Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV. That was a bit better, wasn't it? 5 goals against Kidderminster. Yes, they're a couple of levels below us, but it's still nice to get some goals on the board. Osadebe, we talked about him, needs to get himself up and running a bit quicker this season. And 2 excellently taken goals yesterday. That certainly sort of gets us into the frame and gets him up and running. It was also good to see Conor Wilkinson back in the team after a little injury. He looked sharp, and the composure for tucking his goal away. I like it when people are comfortable in front of goal and just they don't panic. It's just nice to stroke it in. That was nice, and that was a good ball through from Snoop, which is one of the trialists. He sort of did okay. Got plenty of pace about him. And with Walsall playing from the back, we will have teams that are sort of going to push onto us, trying to sort of catch us in possession like that. So having some pacey players who can sort of run on through when they create that space, of course. But I'm most pleased with Kieran Phillips. Kieran Phillips got himself off the mark, and I really feel like he's going to be a massive, massive player for us. Hopefully he's going to stay fit because he has had injury issues in the past. But his goal against Kidderminster, very nicely tucked away. Very nice to see. I'm predicting 20 goals plus for him. But Walsall Striker Week didn't quite happen as we expected. And we haven't had any strikers come in yet. I looked at a couple. I did have one suggestion, Brad Young. He's a Villa player. I think he's just gone 18. And he, on a season-long loan, as support for Phillips and Wilkinson, off the bench perhaps, could be very good for his development. Also, we got Louis Barry, whether we'll get him, or Chumbawamba, the other Villa superstar. That would be interesting whether the Dean Smith connection can bring us some quality in. We may even get Tyree Wright back, but I think in some ways, if that was going to happen, I think he'd already be training with the squad. As for the Kidderminster game, Brendan Kiernan slotted in from a Kinsella cross to sort of complete the route. But what was important is the partnerships that are building over the pitch. Labadie and Perry did well. Very sort of available for the ball, which was a bit of a problem last year, that the ball went long because nobody was sort of coming for the ball and offering themselves for the pass. And it's good to see both of those coming and receiving it from the back four. Of course, we had Manny Monte and Rowling playing together. But it was good to see that we've got different players, but we're playing the same formation, the same style, passing it out from the back. Joe Folks, my man on the ground, Lee Reynolds, he was very impressed. He was very impressed with Joe Folks. So we have more competition for that right back slot. So that was good. We worked lethal in front of goal. That's one thing Matt Taylor said after the game. But when he's brought players in who've all scored, and we've seen from the highlights, they're comfortable scoring goals. They're comfortable in front of goal. That sort of really gives me a lot of confidence for the season. There was one clip for Snoop being compared to Usain Bolt. I'll put that link in the description if you want to have a little look at that. But he could be a good option going forward. So, how confident are you going into the season? We do have a few, such as Joe, who still thinks we're going to struggle to make mid-table or any better than mid-table. And the Sky Bet League 2 odds have got Walsall as 17th. They quite often get the odds wrong with Walsall, I've noticed. Walsall 28-1 to win the league. 8-1 for top 3. 5-2 for the top 7. Now that 5-2 looks quite promising. 11 to 10 to finish in the top half. I think they've got that wrong because I think it's going to be a real good season. If you saw the little chat I had with Lee Pomlet, he's really sort of helping us go for it this season. And I think everybody at the club would be disappointed if we weren't at least top 7 this season. What do you think? Do you think we've got enough to challenge top 7 this season? I think we have, but I'd love to hear what you think. Still think we need those couple of strikers. So we'll see whether we get those in the extended striker week. I think it's like to be loan players. Perhaps Sanoop might add to the numbers, sort of give us another option on the wing. We won't get overexcited after beating Kidderminster, but if we think back to previous seasons, I don't think we've beat anybody 5-0 and not looked as impressive in any of those games. So there's definitely a change at Walsall. Things are looking better. How are we going to do against the Albion and Cheltenham? The Cheltenham match is probably the best measure of where we're at, and I think that's when we'll see the favoured lineup, perhaps, for the Tranmere game. We wait and see. Right then, thanks for watching. Wolves Fan TV, the joy and the pain. The joy is returning. Thanks for watching.